which is the month where we have International Women's Day, and I think this year was Be Bold for Change. In Diamond Bank, our own proposition is banking on her. And so I think what we did is we went to the EDC, part of the Lagos Business School, and grabbed a few of our innovative ladies who are participating in the Women Entrepreneurs Today, BET6, and they're here today to tell us what they're doing to make that bold change and how they're doing it. And so today I have the pleasure of Virtue, who will tell us her story very shortly, Ogechi and Imaobong. So welcome to Tech Turks. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
So first question, Imaobong, please tell me, because we talked about palm oil. Why palm oil? How did you get into it?
Basically, I grew up from a struggling family, and as source of funding for my education, I had to work in a palm oil producing factory, and I was exposed to the ill practices done in palm oil production, from the over fermentation of the fruits to additional of color and chemical, which is very adverse to our health. So immediately I was done with school, I saw the gap and invested in it.
We'll come back to more details shortly. Ogechi, and yours is foods.
Foods. Well, I went into rebranding Nigerian indigenous snacks. A lot of people love to snack. A lot of snacks that are in the market right now have a lot of chemicals, preservatives. So I thought to myself, why not rebrand our Nigerian indigenous snacks so people can enjoy it? You're not bothered about hygiene. You're sure it's packaged well and it's registered with NAFDAC. And that got me thinking.
And what snack is in the market right now from your company?
So for my company, I have the Cozy Kuli Kuli, which is NAFDAC certified. And we're working on other things too.
What Kuli Kuli is again, for those who haven't had the pleasure of Kuli Kuli.
So Kuli Kuli is made from peanuts. The peanuts are ground and then the oil is extracted before it's molded and fried. And then we put in some spices also into it.
And Virtue, yours is also, you're into the baby business.
Yes. About 6 million babies in Africa daily don't have access to phototherapy treatment. Very common condition in newborn babies.
What's jaundice again? Just tell us the jaundice is.
Jaundice is a substance in the baby's blood called bilirubin. That substance, when the liver cannot break down the red blood cells properly, that substance increases and actually causes damage.
So that's when. So when you see that baby that will have.
So how it represents itself with the yellow coloration of the skin, the eyes, and sleepiness, lethargy, and other symptoms.
And if it's not treated, what happens?
Well, it's something that can easily be treated. But when it's not treated, there are things like disabilities like deafness, blindness, cerebral palsy, and even death.
So what's your solution? What's your solution?
Well, already there are conventional phototherapy units in the market, but these units are powered with electricity, and a lot of them also emit too much heat that causes dehydration and skin-borne heat rashes on the baby. What we've come up with is a low-cost phototherapy unit that is solar powered, so we don't have to rely on the poor electricity we have, which is a problem we have in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. We don't have to rely on electricity. It's charged for up to 10 hours. It can run for up to 72 hours straight.
What makes you think that this business can be sustainable from one perspective? Why would there be demand for your product versus other products in the market? What are you providing or selling that gives you comfort that you can invest or get investors to continue supporting your business?
You see, the first thing we looked at is the number of babies that have jaundice every year. Looking at even Lagos State, the teaching hospital in Lagos State, they have up to 400 cases of jaundice every month. And in Nigeria as a whole, there are so many other hospitals who are not even well equipped as far as the therapy is concerned. This is because a lot of them cannot even afford the conventional units, which are very expensive. So if the hospitals can't afford it, how much less the individuals in rural areas or even the urban areas? A lot of them cannot afford it. So what we have done is to create an avenue where people can even hire and pay daily. It's far cheaper than taking a child on admission. And when they hire these units, after use, they return it back. Even in the area of selling, it's cheaper, it's more affordable. The cost of maintenance is lower because it's renewable energy.
Thank you. Imaobong, palm oil. I mean, like, I didn't know that there was an opportunity in palm oil. What makes your own business so special? Why do you think you can grow this business and create more business out of this?
I want to start by saying that we consume palm oil a lot. And out of 1.5 million metric tons of palm oil consumed in Nigeria every year, we produce only about 970,000 metric tons. And the excess of 560 metric tons is imported. So there is a lot of market gap in palm oil production. And to be able to meet this gap, you have to produce more and more. And besides, as I said earlier, the quality of our palm oil is lower. Like I said, the addition of color, the addition of chemicals, making it bad to the health. It doesn't only affect the taste of the palm oil in the soup, like your wife will cook and you notice the flaw in the soup because of the taste of the palm oil. It also affects the health because it contains high cholesterol, bad one, which causes stroke. And over 170 people die of stroke in Nigeria every day. That's how bad cholesterol is. So I feel I have a market, a very wide one, apart from the fact of trying to leverage on the 560,000 metric ton imported. I also have the market edge of producing quality palm oil. And our objective is to reach to every Nigerian house with quality palm oil to dissuade them from importing. So Nigerian market is wide enough to make money.
So thank you. So let me ask a follow-up question. So how are you creating market awareness? Because right until yesterday, I didn't know that we had entrepreneurs like you who had products in the market already. And so how are you creating that awareness of, first of all, I think it's wonderful, made in Nigeria, too well packaged and better than what you get, for example, if you went into the market. So what's your marketing strategy?
Yes, we leverage on the social media platforms, the ICT. Currently we have a website where you can actually place order on the product and it will be delivered to you. That's www.uipalm.com.ng. Then we done a lot of adverts. Before now, we concentrated on traditional media, the television, radio, flyers and posters, which restricted our product to just Akwa Ibom market. So just last year, 2016, we went into the social media platform and it's really giving us a lot of markets. People outside Akwa Ibom, like anywhere in Nigeria, they are calling. And recently we even had a call outside Nigeria because of our quality of palm oil. So though we've not really gone far because we also have issues of meeting our demand. A lot of people want to buy the oil, but we are going there. We are getting there.
So you have this capacity problem now.
Yes.
Yeah. And Ogechi, cool. I only had my first one last week, and thank you for bringing this whole pack to me. So how are you creating awareness?
I would also say social media. There's a lot you can do with social media. We are currently on Facebook, we're on Instagram, cozifoods.com. Okay. We have a website, and people keep calling. Okay. I send kulikuli to people outside Nigeria. They just tell me, oh, somebody come and pick it up and then take it to us. People outside Abuja, where I'm based. So social media has been so helpful.
Okay.
Since my product is a medical device, there's a lot that we have to do on the background before we start a lot of publicity. But meanwhile, what we do now is hospital demonstrations, clinical studies, and the rest. So because of that, we are directly placing the product strategically where our direct consumers can have access to it. So even the government, donor agencies, and the rest of them also have access to it.
So, well, this is International Women's Month. So what are the challenges you face being a woman, trying to grow your business in Nigerian environment? Do you think it's do you think it would be easier if you were a man or disadvantaged?
Well, in as much as they say we are the weaker vessels, I feel we are the stronger vessels. Because I can't imagine myself, I mean, I wouldn't have, you can say I'm pregnant. I go as far as, yes, I go as far as anywhere to make sure I deliver my products wherever there's a child in need. So I don't look at that, look at pregnant or I'm a woman, I can't cross this river, I can't go to this. I don't look at that, I go to anywhere.
You don't feel that certain doors are closed to you because you know?
The doors are even more open to me. Yes, because right now we are in an era where there are lots of people who want to make women feel like to have a better sense of belonging. So I'm happy that, I was born in this era where there are a lot of people who have opened their eyes to see that women can do this, So, it's to my advantage.
Imaobong, your own perspective.
Yes, basically in Nigeria, we feel that the women do less. The belief of the man being the breadwinner of the family is there. But I have a different belief. I believe that I need to go out there and do what I can do. And, a lot of people get impressed when they see a young girl start a company and make a living out of what people will say, who does that? We believe that palm oil production is left to the poor women in the village, our mothers, our grandmothers, and to the, should I call the illiterate, people that are not really there in the public. But when a graduate comes into production, you bring your knowledge, you try to clean the business and present it like a beautiful business. A lot of people get impressed. And being a woman also draw people like, are you the one that did this? I'll say, yes, I am. And they'll be so impressed. So I think it's not really a barrier to me. It's a stepping stone. People are impressed with what I do, and people want to buy into my dream. And besides, I have the passion for palm oil production. As I said earlier, it was source of funding for my education. So even when I try to see something that looks like obstacle, the passion just keeps me going. So I don't really have issues doing it like a woman.
Ogechi.
Okay, for me, I'm a mother, I have 2 kids. I don't think there's anything that will stop me from getting to where I want to go to. Other people have done it, so why would I limit myself because of that? And thanks to technology, I'm here, I can, have a video call with my kids, know what's going on, follow up with school, I know what's going on at home, so I don't feel limited in any way. In fact, as a woman, I feel the doors open more, because women have this, there's an aura where a meet. People see us and are more likely to answer us because we're women, and they're more impressed that you can actually juggle things. So to me, it's about being more organized, it's about being more challenged. Gone are the days when women sit at home and be housewives. I don't think people feel more challenged now to actually co-contribute to the house and not just allow the men be the breadwinners.
You can have a balanced life. You can.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just about being organized. Exactly.
I think with the advent of technology, that's
exactly.
So, next question on women. So, how are you creating that enabling environment for other women to have the confidence that you have? Because I'm really, this is a different perspective I'm getting. Most times you hear women saying that, they have a disadvantage, etc. I'm really powerful, very innovative, very women. How are you creating an enabling environment for other women? So if I ask you, okay, but you don't have anybody yet, so what's your objective when it comes to employment and diversity? How are you going to create that enabling environment for women to have that confidence to work and be like you?
Thank you very much. Before I even make the environment enabling or encourage other women as far as business or as far as entrepreneurship is concerned, the first thing I do is I've made my product is in such a way that women are the first people to even benefit from it. Yes, because apart from the fact that it's their child that is inside the body, they can bond faster because of this unit. And then there's what we call postpartum pain after childbirth. Women still have, they still go through a lot of pains after childbirth. So at least within a couple of days, the jaundice shows up between the first day and maybe the first few days of the child's life. So that is the same time that the women go through pain. You can imagine a mother going to the hospital to sleep on the ground, on benches, because her child is inside the neonatal ward undergoing treatment for jaundice. I mean, there's no provision for a bed space for the mother and child together, just the child. You, the mother, has to wait around and breastfeed the child when the child cries. So, and this product is the reason why, one of the reasons why we put it together is for mothers to be more comfortable and to go through less pain. And then another thing we do is we also educate pregnant women on how to look out for symptoms of jaundice in their newborn baby. I mean, I was a first-time mother. My son had jaundice. I didn't know it was jaundice my son had, but I was just lucky that my mom, who has had five children and was a medical practitioner, I was lucky that she was around to see that this child has jaundice. There are a lot of women who don't know that their children have jaundice, and their children have to go through a lot. Those little lives. They don't know what, they can't talk. They can't tell you I'm sleeping too much or I can't eat well. So what we've done is to educate the mothers on the symptoms to look out for in their children, symptoms of jaundice to look out for, so that as soon as they have their babies and they are discharged and taken home, if they see any of these symptoms, they should get back to the hospital. And there are mothers who do self-medication at home, some of them rub the children with pawpaw leaf, squeeze the water from banana leaf, put the child under the sun, and this that we what we do is we educate them, we speak against self-medication for the children at home, and then we also encourage doctors too, because doctors have issues with a lot of the conventional phototherapy units, because a lot of them need they need a technical or somebody who is a specialist in that area to connect it. So we educate doctors on how to use our units either privately or in the hospital, and then we also educate women based on jaundice, looking at the symptoms and the rest.
So as a business owner, what are the challenges that you face from a market perspective, or financing from bankers, or from the cost of from just growing the business?
Okay, so my product is a product that is very unique. A lot of people don't do Nigerian indigenous snacks. And they're products that have been made mostly in the rural areas, so it's not really been mechanized. It's more of a manual process. So it's been challenging coming up with a whole production line that is mechanized. Sometimes we fabricate machines and they don't do what we want them to do. Sometimes we fabricate and NAFDAC says no, it's not in line with food production standards. So it's capital intensive because you keep trying till you get the right thing. Sometimes too we need to import these machines, and with the dollar fluctuation is very, very difficult. And then with banks again, to get loans from banks, the interest rates are so high, we are startups. So financing is a big challenge, but most importantly, power. Because a lot of these machines run on power, and with the light situation and power situation, it increases our overhead costs. If we can actually have stable power, it actually helps to bring down cost of production.
Yeah, that's interesting. But, I mean, with all these challenges, you still manage to find solutions around that. So from the, I know it's people intensive right now. So how are you going to end up, because this is the Kuli is the Nigerian product, so to speak. How do you see the automation of that product, of the production in the future?
So right now, we're almost fully automated. It's just one step that has actually been the rate limiting step. And we're almost conquering that. People actually call me now to explain to them how I was able to mechanize it. I just believe when there's a passion for something and when there's a will, there's always a way. It's just about being brave enough to keep trying, keep experimenting until you get to where you want to be.
Palm oil is made locally, so we really don't have issues with importation. We don't even want to know how the dollar cost, because everything is done locally. But we have issues with meeting our demand. That's basically the major issue we have now. That's a challenge because a lot of people place order for it, knowing the quality they want to buy. So meeting this demand is a problem. And another problem I should say we have is the perception we have. Nigerians believe that anything imported is of a better quality. Ability to convince them that this is of a better quality than what you are taking. Besides, this imported palm oil is over-refined. And the necessary ingredients, that, in fact, the necessary vitamin that is supposed to do well to your body has gone out through the process of refining. This is a locally made palm oil that is very good for your health. But the perception that this is imported, I just feel like having made in China in my kitchen, you know. But we've gone a long way to educate people about that. We also have challenges in workers. We have, where do you work? U&I Palm Enterprises. You produce palm oil. We are trying to make people see that it's something very good. So we have so many people try to accept that we can actually do something good in Nigeria. But basically, we are doing very well. We have challenges with funds because we need funds to actually get to our objective of getting to every doorstep of Nigeria with quality palm oil.
Question on funding. So when you think of funding, are you looking at bringing new investors or borrowing from banks?
Yeah, I want to bring in investors first because investors will not only come with money, they'll also come with an idea, they also come with experience, and that can get the product to the next level.
I can see that you're benefiting from BET6.
Yes.
So, your challenges, I mean, your product can be an easy one to assemble or to produce, especially in the Nigerian environment.
Okay, the first challenge, the main challenge we have is importing parts. We don't make the lights ourselves. The only thing we fabricate ourselves is the baby cream. Yes. The reason is the lights, why it's a challenge is the lights that comes from, we actually buy the lights from the US. So, we are not, most times we are not sure of how much, because of how the dollar fluctuates, we are not sure how much one unit is costing us, because today dollar will be this, tomorrow it will be that. So we're not sure how, firstly we're not sure who pricing it first, fixing a particular price to it. We don't know when we're making profits or if we're making, or we're running loss.
Final question to you ladies. So the future, what do you see the future of your business? I think you just made some allusions to it.
Yes, the first step is getting to every geopolitical zone in Nigeria. The next step is getting to every doorstep in Nigeria with quality palm oil. We want every kitchen to have ultimate palm oil on the shelf as the best cooking oil before we can think of exporting, though Nigerian market is wide enough to get us what we want.
Excellent. Ogechi?
So I would say I want to have more products. Okay. I'm working on having more products. I want my products to be the best brand and the preferred brand of Nigerian indigenous snacks, both in Nigeria and the global African markets. Nigeria is big enough, but at the same time, I want to earn the dollars. So I also look towards exportation.
Okay, our products, where we see ourselves in the future, we actually want to position, we want to fully equip all medical centers, all health centers on phototherapy, from the units to the blindfolds to every accessory that is needed in phototherapy. And even beyond Nigeria, in Africa, since it's a problem that is not just is not just peculiar in Nigeria as a country, it's peculiar in Africa. So we see ourselves having our units in other countries.
Thank you very much, ladies. I just want to end by saying that small businesses are the bedrock of any society. In fact, the biggest employer of labor in any country is actually small business and not government. So the more successful small businesses that we have, the more employment that we have, and the more people can, be eating kuli and consuming palm oil, and then of course, and Nigeria is one of the fastest growing countries. So we certainly need after this care as well. So I think we're all doing our bit in a very small way. And of course, your friendly local bank is here to support you when you need us. Thank you very much for coming on Tech Turks and also for sharing your own story.
Thank you.
Thank you.